everybody, I'm Lisa Rowberry, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be part 2 of this little series that I have started where I am doing some comparisons between Walmart or Better Homes and Gardens or Sensationals warmers and wax versus Scentsy warmers and wax, of course, because let's face it, it is a lot easier to be able to walk into a store and pick up a scent bar and a warmer and head on home. And it is a little bit less expensive. But what I wanted to see is if there really is a difference in quality between the warmers as well as the wax. So if you will have already seen, I did a video already comparing a full-size warmer from Walmart to a comparable full-size warmer from Scentsy, and I explained on what my thoughts were on the performance from the warmer as well as the wax. And now we are gonna we're gonna do this little like full-on unboxing together, doing the same thing with mini warmers. So, and I have a completely different scent that we are going to be comparing to as well. So I'm going to talk about that. But first, let's go ahead and start unboxing. So right off the bat, what I want to address is the packaging. Now, with Scentsy, you are ordering from a consultant or your consultant's website, and it is being delivered to you either by the consultant or it's being delivered to you to your front door. So there doesn't need to be a whole heck of a lot in the way of packaging, but it is always packaged really well. Now, with Walmart, as I mentioned in my other video, is that you do actually see the warmer itself. There is more graphics on the box itself. And one thing that I do really like that I will hand it to Walmart or Better Homes and Gardens is that they actually have instructions on the box itself on how you can change out your wax, which I do find to be kind of helpful because not everybody knows how to change out your wax. So you have that information there. What I don't love is the fact that, like, I do like that there is this window that you can see the warmer itself, because obviously this little picture here that Scentsy provides is not going to be really what the warmer looks like in full detail. So I love that you can actually see the warmer itself here. What I don't love is the fact that there's nothing protecting the warmer itself, so like people can get their grubby hands and fingers all over it. I don't love that, and that's how like nicks and scratches and things can happen. And if you saw my other video, you will see that my full-size warmer definitely had some smudges and nicks and scratches kind of all over it. So I didn't love that, but anyways, this one, I feel like this is like a really, really good comparison because I feel like these designs are really very similar. So I feel like this is going to be a good one to do. Price-wise, Scentsy mini warmers are generally $20, and then this one I picked up at Walmart for $10. So you are paying double the price, but luckily this month, January 2020, all of our mini warmers are on sale for $18 US. So there is a little bit of a price break there. So, but you are paying for shipping, whereas here you're not paying for shipping, you're just paying for the gas and just having to walk into a Walmart. I don't love shopping, so if I can click a button and have it show up at my door, I am all for that. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with unboxing this Walmart mini warmer here. And one thing I will say, because I did this video initially and it was just for full size, I didn't do a mini warmer comparison a few years back. But what I will say is that Better Homes and Gardens has definitely improved in the fact that it says here that there's a new swivel design on the base. And if you've been with me for a little while, you know that that is one of the things that actually sold me with Scentsy years and years ago, was the fact that there was a swivel base for the plug. So that means if you have a horizontal outlet, vertical outlet, upside down outlet, no matter what, your warmer is going to work. So they have upped their game and it is a new design, so it's gonna be the same there. Let's see here. So this, it is packaged pretty well. And let's see here. That's it, right? Yeah, that's everything. Okay. let's get this out of the way. So this design actually has a lid on it. Our Scentsy warmers, this particular Scentsy warmer does not have a lid, and it is a metal, it's kind of a metal design, and then in kind of a barrier underneath the metal like leaf design, it's like a plastic sleeve. So just to kind of give you more of a glow. So, and then you've got your little switch here, on and off. I'm assuming the plug is already, or the bulb is already plugged in, because the other one was. Yep. So it comes with a 15-watt bulb that is already plugged in. I don't know why that bothers me, but it does. I don't know why. It's a silly little quirk, but I'm like, I don't want it already plugged into my warmer. So this one, how do we okay, let's see how this works. So it says here, pull and turn on this base. So, okay, so there you go. So that's exactly, so it says pull and turn. So pull and turn. So you can turn the outlet plug that way. So it's very similar to the Scentsy design. And that way, will it turn all the way around? Yep, turns all the way around, which is great. Okay, I will give it to them for that. It seems kind of cheap. It seems like, so this is it is more of like a metal, which I will say I like better than like this plastic sleeve situation that's happening in here. But obviously you're gonna want that like soft glow. So there's that. Now let me show you, and then this comes with your warning instructions. Let's see if there's any instructions on not leaving this on like overnight or for a specific period of time. This is basically the same thing from the other full-size warmer. Never use if base switch plug is damaged. For indoor use only, of course. Disconnect, turn the switch off, let cool and remove plug. I want to see, don't use in any wet locations, obviously. Do not leave unattended or leave on overnight again. So that kind of has me, I don't love that. Like, I know it's just like a safety precaution. I don't know that this isn't going to like burst into flames or anything like that, but I don't love that it's saying, yeah, you probably shouldn't have it on for very long. Whereas Scentsy, you can leave it on for extended periods of time and you're fine. It never gets super, super hot. So there's that. But this has this little lid on it as well. So you've got that. So if you have curious fingers, that's going to keep those curious fingers out. So now let's talk about Scentsy. So let's go ahead and unbox this one. This is Morning Sunrise. Did I even tell you what this one was called? Do we have? Botanical. This is Botanical from Better Homes and Gardens, and it is a very similar design to Scentsy's Morning Sunrise. So this is packaged very well. No grubby hands and fingers have been messing around with it. This is a more substantial base. I will say right off the bat, the bulb is packaged separately, which I prefer. I know that's just weird, but so we have a more substantial base. Let's not break things. Let me show you just like side by side with the base. So this is a beefier base. And I can tell you just from looking at it that the warmer itself is going to be a little beefier too. But this one, so our ceramic warmers, mini warmers, will have this same kind of design where it's got these little nodules and these little notches cut out on the bottom. But this particular design is a glass design. So with the glass mini warmers, it has this base that the warmer itself will actually screw onto rather than secure with the little notches. So there is a difference there, but that's fine. I kind of want to see the bulb size too. Because I don't, if you saw my other video, they were both Edison bulbs, but the Scentsy bulb was a lot beefier. This one, the Walmart one it's the same size. They're both 15 watts, but the Walmart, the Better Homes and Gardens bulb has more of like a point to it. That doesn't make any difference whatsoever, but all in all, pretty much the same size. Plug that back in. And now I'm gonna screw in my Scentsy bulb into my Scentsy base. And then same design on the front here with the switch, just like that. The difference with the base for Scentsy is you can still rotate the prongs here for your outlet, but instead of like pulling out and twisting, you have this little button here that you're going to push down and twist. So I find that that's actually a little bit easier. You don't have to like pull on it and stuff. I don't know how I feel about pulling on something that has a bunch of electrical wires and stuff in there, but it's fine. They obviously found a design that works. So if you need to, so that's locked into place. If you need to change the orientation again, you just push down and turn, and it's gonna be upside down and then to the other side. So whatever works best for your outlets, that's how you're gonna have it oriented. So now let's check out this. Yeah, it's a lot bigger. Okay, so this is the same kind of, I felt like it was similar in designs. I wanted to do as much like the same comparisons as much as possible. So this is kind of what I came up with. So definitely a much beefier mini warmer. And so this is what I was talking about. So this actually, the glass is like threaded, so that way you can screw it onto the base. So you just pop it on top, screw it down, and it's good to go. Let me put the other one back together so you can see the side by side. I don't know if I'm gonna leave, I don't think I'm gonna leave this on just so that I can do like a full on, and this is, it's significantly heavier too. The Scentsy warmer is. So you're paying $10 for this one, and normally this is $20, but it's $18 this month. And this one comes with a lifetime warranty. If anything ever happens to it, if the base stops working for whatever reason, if there ends up being a crack, any manufacturer defects, Scentsy is going to have this replaced for you. You are not getting that with Better Homes and Gardens. So that is out the bat, just unboxing right out of the box. This is the comparison. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug them in, show you what they both look like when they are plugged in. And then let's talk about the scents that I'm going to try, because I'm trying scents as well. So I thought I had a vanilla bean buttercream at home, but I don't, but it's gonna work. I grabbed from Walmart the Mainstays vanilla wax cubes. These are the saddest little wax cubes I have ever seen in my life. So I am going to compare to Simply Vanilla. Now, Simply Vanilla is no longer available. This is in my Scentsy Club from a Bring Back My Bar. This is like one of my favorite like vanilla fragrances. So this will work as far as comparing goes, but I would say if you're looking to get something closer to this, I would do Vanilla Bean Buttercream from Scentsy. But I mean, it smells really good. It definitely smells good, but these wax cubes, I mean, so this is your bar here. And it's just so little. So this is 1.25 ounces and Scentsy is 2.6, no, 3.2 ounces. So you are getting a substantial amount more. So, I mean, this is crazy. Let me show you a side-by-side with the wax, the cubes. Oh, there's a warning on the inside here too. Let's see. That's the Mainstays one. Warning, burn within sight, keep away from things that catch fire, keep away from children and pets. Yeah, I mean, these these waxes, they get hotter than Scentsy wax. Scentsy wax is a food grade paraffin wax, so it's never going to be hot enough to burn you, and our warmers never get hot enough to burn you. So I mean, we have a Scentsy cube and we have a Mainstays cube, so it's, I mean, you're getting like 2 Mainstays cubes and 1 Scentsy cube. So, but we're gonna compare apples to apples here, and I'm going to warm my Mainstays cube in my Better Homes and Gardens warmer, and my Scentsy cube in my Scentsy warmer. So we will give this a try. We'll see how long the scent lasts and how it performs, and I'm going to show you what these warmers look like when they're all lit up. Okay, so we are downstairs in my kitchen, and this is not where the, like, quote unquote experiment or comparison is going to be taking place, but I've got 2 outlets that are fairly close together, so just for the purposes of being able to show you what they both look like when they're turned on, I figured this was a good spot. So once again, so we have the 2 cubes in comparison. I'm going to put my Scentsy cube in my Scentsy warmer, and I'm going to put the Mainstays wax in the Better Homes and Gardens. So let's go ahead and turn this on. So this is a pretty soft glow. So it is really pretty. I do like it. What I will say is that the dish on this one is deeper. So if you wanted to put, well, shoot, you could put like the whole bar of the Mainstays in there because they're so little. But yeah, so it is a little bit of a deeper dish. So that is really nice, and it's a nice soft glow. Now going over here to our Scentsy warmer. This is another really soft glow. So honestly, like, with comparison to how they look, they are very similar. I do still like the more like sturdy kind of look that Scentsy provides, where this one to me does look like it is less expensive. I don't want to call it cheap looking, but it does look a little less expensive, which it is. So we have Scentsy and Better Homes and Gardens. All right, you guys, so I am going to move these around to their desired locations for the time being, so I can see how these are going to perform and how the wax is going to perform in them, and I'll report back to you in just a couple days. Okay, you guys, so I have the Better Homes and Gardens mini warmer in my bathroom, and to be totally honest with you, I can't smell anything. And I don't know if you probably can't see that because the dish is black and it's clear wax, but it's completely melted. I am standing right over it and I can smell nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a 2nd cube of the vanilla scent from Walmart. So we're going to give that a try and hope that I get some kind of something, because I'm smelling nothing. Okay, you guys, welcome back. It has been a few days at this point. I wanted to give both of these warmers and their waxes a good, honest chance, just like I did with the full-size warmers. And it has been a few days at this point. And what I will say, I know that you saw the little clip that I had said that with the Mainstays and the Better Homes and Gardens warmer, I didn't smell anything. But once I added the 2nd cube, that really did help. And I do feel like that was probably more of an even comparison because it is such a smaller amount of wax compared to the Scentsy wax. So I know you see several cubes missing from this one, but in the Scentsy warmer, I only used 1 cube. These I wound up using in other warmers in a different part of the house, so that's why you see several missing. But only 1 of them was used in my Scentsy warmer, and that worked just fine. Honestly, for these mini warmers with Scentsy, I wouldn't recommend doing more than 1 cube anyway. 1 cube does just fine. But with this guy, because the wax was a lot smaller, now probably with the Better Homes and Gardens wax, Those cubes seemed a little bit bigger, so who knows, maybe though that would have performed a little bit better. Because let me tell you, the one thing I will say about this one, it got hot. It got really hot. Now, and there is a difference in material being used, right? So we have an all glass warmer here with Scentsy, and then with the Better Homes and Gardens mini warmer, this is metal. So I don't know, this is metal. So it got much hotter. The other thing that did kind of irritate me, but here's the thing, one thing I want to put out there. If you guys don't know me, I am really quirky and I have weird preferences when it comes to stuff. I'm fully aware of that. Like, I'm one of those people who, like, I don't like my food touching. Like, that's just, I'm not OCD. I wouldn't say I'm OCD. I'm just quirky. So I understand that, like, some of my preferences when I'm seeing things with both Scentsy as well as other warmers and wax, like, I realize that my preferences are a little bit different. So just I'm well aware of that. I know it's not like a make or break thing, but one thing that did bother me when I first put this one on the base, I originally had it like, I think like this. Yeah, I had it like this. So I don't know if you can see, and I don't know if you could see in that video when it was in my bathroom, but there's a seam here that is the seam for the little like inside sleeve insert thing. And then you see like a seam here where the metal was like welded together, I think. That irritated me, but that was easy enough to change. You just had to like flip it around and it wound up being fine. It's still not completely in the back. Like, I couldn't completely get that seam completely to the back, but at least it's like far enough over to the side that you couldn't see it as easily. So that was one of the things I didn't really love, but like I said, it was an easy enough fix. I just rotated it and it seemed okay. So that was fine. Let's talk about performance. Once I added the additional cube, it did wind up performing a lot better. And by a lot better, I mean, I would say it was pretty close to the same lifespan as the Scentsy cube. I would say I got 3 days of use out of, it was like solid like 2 days for this one. I may have gotten just a hair longer out of the Scentsy one. Just a hair, like not by much. These are smaller warmers, so and this one I feel like it was a lot hotter. So I don't know if that was why. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but the life on these, I would say we're about even, to be totally honest. So once I added the second cube, it was fine. So I got like 2.5, possibly 3 days out of them. And when I say that, I had them going in the upstairs. And while I feel comfortable with my Scentsy warmers on 24/7, the Walmart, the Better Homes and Gardens Sensationals, Walmart, Target, wherever, if it has an actual like fire disclaimer on there and how hot this got to the touch, I just didn't feel comfortable leaving it on 24/7. So when I'm saying like 2.5, 3 days, I'm talking about like in the morning, I would turn them on. I was upstairs, so I would turn them on, and while I was going about my day, keep them on throughout the day, and then when I would go downstairs for the night to, you know, make dinner and hang out for the evening, I would turn them off. So it was probably solid like 8 or 9 hours for 2 or 3 days until I didn't smell it anymore. So if that kind of helps you gauge. So all in all, I would say this was a better comparison than the full size warmer was, because I feel like this was a little bit more even. I still didn't love how hot this one got, but like I said, it's a difference in materials. This is obviously metal, so it heated up a lot more. So, but as far as the wax goes, I mean, you can't beat the price, because what was this? I think this was like $2. So it's $2, but I did go through 2 cubes of this, whereas the Scentsy one, I just went through 1 cube. It's $6. I also realize and understand the convenience of being able to walk into a store and walk out with your items, go home and enjoy them. I also realize, because there have been a few people that have said, well, you know, I don't like dealing with people. I get that. Like there's plenty of consultants, and not just Scentsy, but like I'm talking other direct sales, whether it's Pink Zebra, Gold Canyon, Tupperware, Young Living, like you name it, like 31. There's always going to be bad apples in the bunch. That's the same with any profession, I feel like. So, and I feel like direct sales and MLMs do get a really bad rap. So if you had a bad experience, I understand why you don't want to deal with I understand why you don't want to deal with a Scentsy consultant and you're like, I don't, or Gold Canyon or Pink Zebra, whatever it is. If you like the convenience and the price difference of being able to just walk in somewhere and being able to purchase these items, and it's at a lower cost, you know, if that works for you, then absolutely. Obviously, I know a lot of people said, I know you're trying not to be biased, but it's very obvious that you are. Obviously I am. Like, that's why I am a Scentsy consultant, because I love this. Like, Scentsy runs through my veins, like is something that I am incredibly passionate about, which is why I'm a consultant. Am I trying to force my views on you? No, I'm not. I just find these types of videos to be entertaining. And the reason why I thought this would be kind of cool is because with Scentsy, you can't walk into a store and actually see and touch the warmers, and you're paying more. So you're paying $10 for this where you're paying $20 for this. So I feel like it was a good idea to be able to show you side by side what you can get when you walk into a store, what you know you've seen before versus something that maybe you've only seen in a catalog or on a website. I feel like, I know you're not seeing this like in person and you're not able to touch it, but I feel like being able to show you in a video is a little bit better than looking at a catalog or going through a website and just looking at a stock image. I feel like when you're able to see it side by side, you can see the quality difference, and maybe some of you can't. And so then that is helpful too, because then you can say, well, I don't see the quality difference, so why would I spend 2 or sometimes 3 or 4 times the amount on Scentsy when I don't see the quality difference? So I'm just gonna go into my Target, I'm gonna go into my Kohl's, my Walmart, wherever, and go in there and purchase your home fragrance there. So I'm not trying to come across like I'm trying to force my Scentsy views on you. I'm not at all. I just feel like this was kind of a fun and entertaining video idea. And for those of you who liked it, thank you. For those of you who didn't, I'm sorry if it rubbed you the wrong way. That is not at all what I was trying to do. This was just something I thought would be kind of fun. So like I said, the mini warmers did, I feel like, perform more equally. I still personally, I prefer the look of this one over this one. I prefer the temperature difference of this one over this one. So that's just me. But do I feel like this is worth $10? Absolutely. Do I feel like this is worth $2? Absolutely. I mean, you're not getting a ton of wax. So, I mean, maybe it's not worth $2. Because I had to go through 2 of these and it lasted like 2-3 days. It doesn't matter what I think. Let's just face it. It doesn't matter what I think. This is $2. This is $6. I feel like time and time again, Scentsy does tend to perform better, but not all the time. There are other scents that are powerhouses, and then there are some Scentsy scents that are complete flops. Like there was Southern Sweet Tea. Is that what it is? For me personally, the minute I put it in and it warmed and it completely pooled, I smelled nothing, absolutely nothing. There's a few scents that are like that. So I'm not saying that Scentsy is 100% all across the board, but generally speaking, I do feel like they have the better performing wax, which is why, and the prettier warmers, which is why I'm a consultant, because I feel like it is a wonderful line of products. So I'm off my soapbox now. So I hope you found this entertaining, and like I said, I just thought it was something that would be kind of fun to be able to share with you guys. Let me know if you liked this. This will be it for the like comparison videos, at least if it comes to like retail stores that you can just like walk into and purchase a warmer and wax and walk out, go home and enjoy. Who knows? Maybe I may do a pink zebra comparison at some point. I don't know. I have no plans for it right now, but I just thought this would be something kind of fun and kind of different. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. I know a lot of you already let me know your thoughts on this little comparison video. I hope you found it entertaining the way I do, but let me know your thoughts on the mini warmers, because this was the first time I did a comparison to the mini warmers, and honestly I was pleasantly surprised with how similar they were. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.